The Lost Prophecy. Thousands of years ago, during the 12th dynasty, a cruel and powerful sorcerer pharaoh named Nefertari ruled over a secret kingdom buried beneath the sands of Egypt. Obsessed with immortality, he performed forbidden rituals and made a pact with the dark god Apep, ruler of chaos and the underworld. The gods intervened, imprisoning Nefertari in a tomb sealed with divine spells and hiding it from the world. The prophecy of the eclipse warned that during a rare solar eclipse, he could be resurrected if 3 sacred scrolls and the key of Anubis were brought together. Life after adventure. The O'Connells have retired. Rick, now a graying but still rugged ex-adventurer, lives a quiet life with Evelyn in a countryside home, Greece. Evelyn writes historical novels, while Rick struggles with restless dreams and trauma from the past. Their son Alex, now a prominent archaeologist and adventurer, operates a museum in Cairo focused on ancient Egypt. He is ambitious, intelligent, and determined to honor his family's legacy while forging his own path. The mysterious find. Alex leads a dig in the ruins of Tanis, where he and his team discover a hidden chamber sealed with Medjai markings. Inside is an ancient scroll containing a fragment of the prophecy and a star chart pointing toward a mysterious location referred to as the Pyramid of the Eclipse. The scroll hints at the return of a forgotten evil, and its symbols match those on several long-lost artifacts. The return of Ardith Bey. Alex seeks out Ardith Bey, the aging but still formidable Medjai leader, for insight. Ardith warns that the scroll is one of 3 sacred artifacts tied to Pharaoh Nefertari and his dark legacy. He reveals that the Sons of Apep, a shadowy cult, has resurfaced and is seeking the scrolls to fulfill the prophecy. Ardith urges Alex to destroy the scroll, but it's already too late. Shadow Raiders. That night, Alex's museum is raided by black-robed cultists. In a tense chase through ancient tunnels beneath Cairo, Alex and his friend, Dr. Layla Hassan, barely escape with their lives. The scroll, however, is stolen. Their attackers chant about the rise of Nefertari, and the eclipse is near. Alex realizes something terrible is coming and flies to Greece to warn his parents. Family reunited. Alex reunites with Rick and Evelyn and updates them on the scroll and cult. Rick is hesitant, but soon starts experiencing visions of a sand-covered pharaoh rising from flames. Realizing this is connected to his past and the evil they once fought, Rick agrees to come out of retirement for one last adventure. Evelyn digs into ancient texts, confirming the prophecy is authentic and the eclipse is only weeks away. Journey to the Eclipse Pyramid. The team travels to northern Sudan, where ancient texts suggest the Pyramid of the Eclipse is buried beneath a canyon. After a dangerous trek and solving ancient riddles, they enter the pyramid. Inside, they face traps and supernatural illusions. At the pyramid's core, they discover the second scroll, protected by a mummified priest who briefly awakens and curses them before vanishing into dust. A glimpse of power. In the cult's temple beneath Alexandria, the high priestess Sahira, a descendant of Nefertari's loyalists, uses the first scroll to summon dark forces. She uncovers the key of Anubis, a jackal-shaped relic imbued with necrotic energy. The key pulses with power, hinting at the magnitude of chaos it can unleash. Sahira begins preparing the ritual to awaken the Dark Pharaoh. Betrayal in the ranks. Back with the O'Connells, suspicion brews as Dr. Malik, one of Alex's trusted team members, begins acting strangely. During a transport mission, he betrays them and delivers the second scroll to Sahira. The group barely escapes another cult ambush and realizes the enemy now possesses 2 of the 3 scrolls and the key. The sand awakens. As Sahira uses the scrolls in a partial ritual, the desert comes alive. Entire dunes rise and shift unnaturally. Villages are buried overnight. Undead sand warriors, loyal to Nefertari, begin crawling from tombs across the Sahara. A giant sandstorm, shaped like a serpent, slithers toward Cairo. The Medjai send out warnings as Egypt descends into supernatural chaos. Evelyn's vision. Evelyn touches a statue in an abandoned temple and receives a divine vision from Isis, the goddess of magic. She is told that the Eye of Horus, a radiant gem that once sealed the underworld, is hidden in the ruins of Luxor. If placed against the key of Anubis, it will suppress its power. The group realizes they need both the Eye and the third scroll to stop the awakening. Race against time. The team splits up. Rick and Ardith travel to Luxor to retrieve the Eye of Horus, entering an underground necropolis filled with traps and spectral guardians. Meanwhile, Alex and Evelyn dive into an underwater tomb in the Nile Delta, where the final scroll is hidden behind a labyrinth of waterlogged chambers and ancient undead. Temple trials. Both teams face harrowing challenges. In Luxor, Rick defeats a resurrected high priest by impaling him with a Medjai blade blessed by Osiris. In the Nile Delta, Evelyn nearly drowns before using a forgotten chant to calm the spirits guarding the scroll. They succeed and reunite in Cairo, now transformed into a post-apocalyptic war zone of sand, flames, and death. The ritual begins. In the bowels of a hidden temple beneath the Great Sphinx, Sahira reads all 3 scrolls, using the key of Anubis to open a portal to the underworld. Nefraka's cursed sarcophagus floats out of a lava pit. The undead rise across Africa, and the sky darkens as the eclipse begins. Nefraka awakens, his body wrapped in charred bandages, radiating divine darkness. Dark Pharaoh's wrath. Sahira offers her body to Nefraka, but he laughs and consumes her soul, turning her into his puppet. Nefraka begins his conquest by turning the Nile into blood, destroying pyramids with sand vortexes, and summoning massive shadow serpents. Humanity teeters on the brink as global governments fail to comprehend what is happening. Cairo falls. The city crumbles. Tanks and helicopters are swallowed by sentient sandstorms. Alex leads a group of survivors, but time is running out. The O'Connells regroup and flee toward a Medjai sanctuary, hidden beneath the Valley of Kings. Rick is badly wounded during a battle with a sand golem and must rely on Evelyn's help to survive. Ancient allies. In the Medjai fortress, they discover a divine relic, the Scepter of Ma'at, forged by Thoth himself. Ardith explains the only way to destroy the key is to combine the Eye of Horus with the scepter and strike at the moment of total eclipse. But whoever wields the scepter during the ritual will be pulled into the underworld with Nefraka. The final battle. The O'Connells, Ardith, and their allies charge the ruins of the Sphinx for the final battle. An epic clash unfolds. Medjai warriors versus undead legions. Evelyn uses the Eye of Horus to disable Nefraka's energy blasts. Alex confronts Dr. Malik and defeats him in hand-to-hand combat. Rick fights his way to the portal, bleeding and exhausted. Rick's sacrifice. Rick grabs the Scepter of Ma'at and impales it into the key of Anubis while tackling Nefraka into the heart of the vortex. A blinding light erupts as the portal begins to close. Evelyn and Alex scream as Rick disappears in the swirling void, sealing the rift between worlds. The eclipse ends, and all undead disintegrate into sand. The desert is calm again. Legacy reborn. 1 year later, Alex dedicates a wing of his museum to his father, now considered a global hero. Evelyn publishes her most personal book, The Man Who Fought the Gods. Ardith returns to the desert, his mission complete. In the post-credit scene, Rick awakens in a golden desert under a purple sky. In Duet, the Egyptian afterlife, approached by Ra, the sun god, who says, "You're not done yet."